Yo, Snoop Mills, what's the deal, man? Yo, man, I'm fresh off the block, sweaty as a motherfucker, man. I'm about to go back to the crib and dive into that Texas Roadhouse that I wasn't able to finish up yesterday at the restaurant. But peep game, man, we gotta get into this shit, man. And that's this Badou Jack situation, man, with Canelo, man. Look, I get why people are growing frustrated with Canelo Alvarez. I can't say that I don't. I get it. I genuinely get it, man. Motherfuckers want to see him fight a certain individual. He's kind of showing, at least it seems like he's showing a little bit of reluctance to fighting him. It does. But to a simple-minded motherfucker, that's what he's doing, man. You know, everybody disregards the fact that Benavidez was penciled in for a fucking Morrell fight before he even fought Plant. He was penciled in, and everybody's disregarding that because they threw out some beat, you know, some fucking proposal. You know, Samson Lukowicz threw out allegedly some offer to, you know, to bring him over there and then withdrew it within 6 days. Like, come on, man, that's just not how you do business. At least not with somebody of this caliber. You can get away with that with somebody like a Jamal Charlo. You can get away with somebody like that, like an Andre, especially a Mabili, a Diego Pacheco, a Christian Mabili, a Berlanga, Desmond Nicholson, Carlos Gongora. You can get away with doing some shit like that, but that's not necessarily how you can't get away with that with somebody of the caliber of a Canelo Alvarez, because he's the one that's going to bring, he's the drawing power in that fight. So it's a head scratcher. It's enough to make you go, you know. And you know, Samson isn't too trustworthy as a promoter or whatever, because this is the same dude who thought it was possible to sit on a fight for 4 or 5 years when he had 2 undefeated world champions. And, you know, it just wasn't logical. It wasn't logical thinking, because everybody is still stuck in this Floyd and Manny milk the fight shit or whatever, to the point where it's sour. So it's not necessarily plausible with him. However, the flip side is Eddie Reynoso blocked him. You dig? I don't know if that's because he's being an irritant or what, but it is kind of a head scratcher. Like I said, you know, both sides are kind of doing shit like, man, I'm not so sure, but I have to go with the side who's, you know, went out of their way to do this shit, you know, who's put in the work. And Team Canelo has put in the work consistently for over 10 years. Consistently. That's undisputed, you know what I'm saying? No pun intended. So I have to side with that as opposed to somebody who's done game goofy shit for you know, the entirety of a flagship, of their flagship, which is that particular side of the street. And yeah, man, you don't pull out of, you know, you don't try to set and dictate terms with somebody who's like, yo, bro, I've done all this work. You're not finna sit here and curb me, my nigga. I paved the way for you. You dig? If I wasn't in this division, would we even know you on the level that we know you? The reason why we know you is because everybody feels within their heart of hearts that you could beat me and you know what I'm saying, and replace me as the face of the sport. So you have a post through me, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a whole bunch of game goofy shit going on, man. Everybody wants to see Canelo fight Benavidez, and I do too. I want to see that fight more than any other fight. But as I said before, I'm not about to allow y'all to wag y'all finger at him and make him be holding to a certain set of rules that his contemporaries are, you know, held to. Nah, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. But this is the fight that I want. Now, that carries over into the Badou Jack situation, because it's like, I don't know if, you know, I don't know how people's mind works, man. It's no different than when Tyson Fury, you know, when he was talking greasy about Canelo, you need to go and fight Andre and all that shit. It's like, god damn, man, I don't know, you know, sometimes, I mean, we forget boxers are fans of the sport as well. It's no different than basketball players being fans of the sport, or football players being fans of their respective sport. I was a participant within it, but I'm still a fan of it. I still get a kick out of my contemporaries play the game. I get a kick out of that. This is me speaking from a professional athlete's paradigm. You dig? So a lot of these dudes, I mean, just look at Andre Ward. He pairs the same rhetoric that a lot of these you know, these content creators, you know, they spew out onto the airwaves and onto their, you know, their audience. They're still fans of the sport. So maybe Badou Jack saying give us the fight we want that we know that was dated than to be there. Maybe that is, you know, maybe he does want to see that fight. I think everybody wants to see that fight more so than anything. But was it was you worried about the fans getting the fight that they wanted when you was calling out Canelo, and when y'all were in negotiations? You dig? You said back in 2021 you fight him at 175 pounds just for you to move up some years later and then call him out again. And then when he puts certain weight stipulations on you, you get mad. He can't pack on 200 pounds, dog. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody is Mike, where you know you can be at that height and fight from rounds 1 to 12 and maintain your level of dominance and skill set and win and mobility for rounds 1 through 12 at that weight. Not everybody can do that. So you talk, man, that's a stretch. And anything past 175 pounds is cruiserweight. So all right, cool, meet me at 180. You dig? Now, oh no, he wanted to meet me at 180. He wanted me to train 180 and ask for the belt. He didn't ask for anything. You were the one who did it. You put that out there. You put that out there. And because he is who he is, I accept the challenge. You know what I'm saying? However, I can't make 200, so we're going to have to make some accommodations. And I feel like, as far as that's concerned, considering the division that he fights in, I think that's, you know, I'm not a fan of catch weights. I'm honestly not. But when it's that much of a weight disparity between two fighters, you gotta acquiesce. You honestly do. And what gives you the right to what makes you think you dictate terms with the face of the sport? That's one thing that a lot of people is not understanding, man. Fans and everything. Like, it's like, look, Floyd was the same way. I put in entirely too much work into this craft for anybody to think they gonna game me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the HNIC. I call the shots, my nigga. Who the fuck is you? I see nothing wrong with that. That nigga has done entirely too much to let some niggas like curb him into doing some shit that he don't necessarily want to do. Nigga, you got me fucked up. No, I don't want to. I'm not jumping all the way up to 200 pounds to fight you, my nigga, when I didn't ask to fight you in the first fucking place. And a lot of people can't stand that. So whatever narrative they get, they run with it. And now, mind you, I was a victim of the propaganda. I was, because I was like, man, this shit is getting whacked. And I had to go, you know, it took me going to watching some fighters, not fighters, but content creators' videos and realizing, yo, they're right in this regard. He didn't call for you, family. He didn't clap at you. You sent that shot. And now when you send that shot, you getting mad at the results. All right, cool, I'll fight you, but you gotta yada, 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 yada. And the first thing y'all niggas do is run tell that to Twitter, bro. Like, god damn. It just, you know, maybe it was him being genuine wanting to fight, and maybe he thought, yeah, I could get this fight. I could get this fight. But when he hit you with certain shit, ah, man, I ain't doing that shit. Now is give us the fight we want, which is the Benavidez fight. It's clout chasing. That's just being real. Or maybe you are just an individual who wants to see that fight. But how bad did you want to see that fight if you know this is the fight that we want to see next, and you interjected yourself into the discussion? You know, Lunga Makabu was that was a fight that they was looking for anyway. He had that nigga in the scope. So all right, cool. Why not entertain the dude who beat him? I can make that happen. I can make that happen. But there's gonna be some accommodations. And I ain't see nothing wrong with it. I ain't see anything wrong with it. As far as the catch weight is concerned. I didn't want him fighting you in the first place because I feel like the height disparity and the size disparity, that right there is what evened the fight out, because you don't do anything better than Canelo, but you're bigger than him. You're bigger than him. You're the bigger guy. And who's brought up there for 2 and 3 years, 6 fights up there, you carry the weight well. You showed that, all right, cool, I can adapt to this weight class right here, so bet this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. All right, bet that. Bet that. Stay right there. Stay right there. And we'll, I'll come and holler at you. But your size alone, maybe, it's gonna, could possibly. We saw what Canelo looked at light heavyweight. He didn't look his best. So now you put him up in a whole nother division with a bigger dude. It's just not the business, my nigga. It's not the business. Your weight, your height is going to, is going to be a factor in that fight. Are you as skilled as Bivol? No. But your height and your size, you're the same height and size as Bivol. That right there is enough to say, yo, man, what you are bringing to the table just on physicality alone and natural gifts, that's more than likely going to circumvent the skill set that Canelo has over you. So it makes sense. It honestly makes sense. It makes sense for him to put a catch weight on you. But I don't know what you was thinking that, you could get in there and dictate terms in the manner that you do, especially when he wasn't calling for you. He didn't clap at you. You took it upon yourself to say, hey, I'll fight him. Okay, cool. You got to bow down now. Not bow down, but there's some accommodations you're going to have to meet. But you, after all of that shit, after negotiations and everything kind of crumbled, now all of a sudden you worried about giving the fans the fight that they want to see. That just comes off as clout chasing to me, man. And I want to say it's the fan in you that's saying, y'all line it up now. I want to say that. I honestly do. I dead ass want to say that. And matter of fact, I can make an argument saying two things can be true at once. You do want to see that fight, but you also was on some clout chasing shit. You was. And now the fans, not the fans, but the detractors of a Canelo Alvarez, it's easier for them. I'm seeing this all over. I'm getting tagged in video and your tweet and all that. Everybody's just jumping out the window with it. Oh man, he a fraud. He this and that and the third. Yeah. Oh, okay, bro. You niggas don't want to sit here and unpack the situation in totality, because it's a lot more soothing for you to live behind clout chasing. Anytime where the Canelo's being shown in a denigrating light, that's where y'all are most comfortable operating at. You know what I'm saying? That shit is whack. Yo, these swerves up here these swerves is different, bro. God damn. Swerves really be thinking that they can't get smacked off like they got bumpers and all that, bro. They get your shit smacked off. But yeah, man, just it's a lot easier for the detractors to say, yo, it's just so soothing. It feels good to hear somebody say, yo, man, Canelo's a fraud. It feels good to show that, for them to, for you to give him a reason to continue the degradation of this man's reputation. It feels good for them to do that. Oh man, he a fraud. He this and that and the third. He ain't shit. All right, bro. For those who don't want to properly unpack the situation, man. And I'm not even a dude who says I don't like it's corny for y'all to have y'all little beefs with him. I get why people have they have their little issues with Canelo. It's understandable. But as I was arguing with a dude on Facebook, right, and this is good brother. Every time, even in a disagreement, it's a positive and conducive dialogue to where we ain't barking on each other, we ain't calling each other out our names. I'm very respectful of him even in disagreement. I try to be like that with everybody, but sometimes motherfuckers just get under your skin. But he doesn't even want to acknowledge Andre's wrongdoing. You know what I'm saying? In no aspect. It's like, all right, fam, look, man, I want to be understanding of your issues with Canelo, man, but why don't you have this same energy towards Andre? Oh, Andre ain't he's not a free agent. He can't fight whoever it is he wants to fight, yada, yada. He tried to fight Canelo. It's like, all right, bro, all that shit sounds good, right? Like, who fights for $100,000? He's a prize fighter. Yeah. I can admit nobody is willing to fight for $100K, but you're being disingenuous because you're completely disregarding this man backing out of the first fight with Zach Parker. You're being completely disingenuous about that. You want to stay fixated on the $100K and disregard the $1 million purse that you had guaranteed going into that fight, just for you to back out. Even if you was injured, we can entertain the fact that you was injured. You didn't revisit that fight with Zach Parker because you thought, yo, man, I can get a bigger fight with Chris Eubank Jr. and we all to the good. And then eventually I come back to this as a last resort. And when that happened, damn, man, you 900,000 short. And you want to use that as a, you know, like, you know, as if you were wrong. You want to use that as if you were wrong and just completely disregard fighters who aren't fighting, so they're not getting paid. They have to go for another a month to 2 months of inactivity because my fight they got canceled because the headliner backed out. You dig? You want to, you know, you want to. Everything is everybody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like, oh man, I've been wrong. I'm wrong. And not understanding what it is that you did that was wrong. So it's like, you want me, you know, you want everybody to look at Canelo and wag their finger at him, but you don't even want to. You want everything, every fucked up business practice that this man has done to be brushed under the rug to make you feel good. It's like, nah, man, we can't do that. So it's hard for me to sit here and acknowledge your grievances that you have with Canelo when you don't even allow, when you don't share those same sentiments with Demetrius Andrade. It's contradictions, man, and it gets to a point where it's like, bro, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. And until I listen to some cats unpack the situation in totality and make me look at it from a different perspective, because I'm a fan myself, and I want to see Canelo fight Benavidez. I've wanted that since last year. I didn't want him to fight before, but I want him to fight Benavidez. So after a while, it's like, God damn, dog, like, you have to start listening to your fans. You have to start listening to the consumers. You have to start listening to the people who are buying your pay-per-views. You have to do that eventually, man. You have to. And when he doesn't do that, you like, God damn it, why aren't you fighting this dude? It's like you're looking for an escape route. It does come off as that until you realize Canelo never called him out. He visited Bivol. Bivol said, the nay no. The Benavidez fight seemed to be on the table, but we also disregard, yo, man, you withdrew from the fucking negotiations after 6 days. Like, that isn't plausible. Nah, we ain't fucking. Nah, man, we moving on. You listen to Samson Luca would say, yo, we're not sending him over to the zone. You listen to all that shit. You sit back and say, yo, you start unpacking the situation in full and like, yo, maybe this dude is, I don't know. And I don't think it's Canelo. It's his team. I think Canelo was living his best life, dude, over there in Italy. Dolce and Gabbana, cold chilling, man. Like, I'm living life, bro. I'm enjoying the fruits of my labor. We'll discuss this negotiation shit when I get off vacation, fam. Until then, I'm living it up. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all. I ain't mad at that at all. So maybe it ain't him. Maybe it ain't motherfucking, maybe it's his squadron. You dig? Maybe it's gonna be after a while. He was like, all right, yo, man, we gotta do what we gotta do to get that counter offer, to get Benavidez in the ring. Because I just refuse to believe that he's scared of Benavidez. There's just no way. I don't see anything there that would make him scared of Benavidez. Maybe he's like, yo, man, I'm a chill. When I get back in town, Eddie send that man an offer, a counter offer. That's what I'm waiting for. Because we still got a whole nother what? July, August, and then September. We still got another 3 months until that fight. They probably not going to announce who his next opponent is until sometime next month. You ain't true. We got a whole nother 2 months, man. I'm good, bro. I'm good. So we'll get into that when we get to that. Maybe that's just his get down. I'm chilling. So I don't know, man, but just the fan in me, I gotta admit, the fan in me did jump out the window and be like, man, god damn it. And it took me a while, not a while, but it took me a minute. I don't know, man. I'm not a dude who, with the knee-jerk reactions, and a lot of people, influences don't, a lot of people don't necessarily have, hold influence over me and like that. But sometimes you fall victim to that shit. You dig? When you hear Edgar Berlanga's name being circulated, it ain't even in like the tabloids and nothing like that, or nothing like that. It's just in boxing spaces. It's in, you know, people on Twitter, you dig, Facebook, whatever. It's gonna trigger a reaction out of you after a while. Because we was, you know, I was expecting, you know, after the not the Golovkin, after the Bivol fight, he let it be known like a week or two after the fight who he had next, and that was in May. That was in May, June, July, August, September. That was 4 months. That was 4 months. So it's like, God damn it, man. Like, why can't we get that same treatment in the now, fam? Like, come on, man. So, if you know, sometimes it just has an effect on you where you like, nah, man, this ain't the move, man. Like, you get aggravated because I want you to get in here and A-Town stomp the rest of these motherfuckers at 168 pounds out, eradicate them so we can just, so niggas can get over it, and I can watch their world crumble. You dig? But I don't know. Maybe you know, that's just the fan of me. I get a little aggy. You dig? Until somebody says, "Yo, man, they don't. It's some, yo, something's afoot. That's some bullshit." And it makes you step back, you breathe. All right, cool. It ain't what I thought it was. It ain't what I thought it was. So you know, it's whatever. Maybe he's still in Italy on some chill shit. You know, maybe he's kind of sitting back. You know, watching all of the motherfucking social media posts go around. All right, cool. I'll holler at them. Yeah, all right, bet. Maybe that is what he's doing. I don't know. I don't know. But nonetheless, stop falling for the mousetrap. You dig? Stop falling for motherfuckers telling you, hey, I'll fight you, but it gotta be at this and that and the third. And that's what you niggas just do not get it, bro. Y'all don't run nothing as it pertains to him. He dictates terms. That's his get down. That's what he does. Y'all gotta have to chill. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Badou Jack doesn't run nothing. You called me out. I responded. This is what the terms. You don't like the terms? I bet. It is what it is. You wasn't nobody. You wasn't in the scope, no way. Don't get mad and run tell that to Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where it's like, yo, bro, like, and this is a valuable lesson for me to stop falling for the mousetrap, because I fell for the mousetrap. Don't fall for the mousetrap. Don't fall for the mousetrap. So I refuse to fall for the mousetrap here on out. That much more, because I wasn't a nigga who normally fell for the mousetrap, but I did in this regard. So Badou Jack, you know, you know, that shit was corny. That shit was lame. Stop, my nigga. And the rest of y'all niggas pump y'all brakes, man. I hope it's David Benavidez next, or at least Demetrius Andrade or Christian Mabili. But mainly David Benavidez. We'll know in the next few weeks, though, man.